Dear Advocate, today one of us will be able to share our English, understanding, and wisdom your glory and before you said, it is related for this event to be a success through your intervention. We all ask of this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Good morning once again. So, welcome for this opening of bids for good and services under SVP, dated December 2, 2025. So, before we continue, so may I request our back secretariat head to read attendance for this morning opening of bids for good and services.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone, for today's opening of bids under goods and services dated December 2, 2024. Present this morning, we have our back chairperson, Engineer Marcelina Wolfgang Jr., our back vice chairperson, Engineer Mark F. Baranga, and we also have our back and user representative, Engineer Pastor J. Banderas. And we also have our IT officer, Ms. Diana Mihapson. And from ACE1 IT Solutions, we have Sir Mark Paduranga. Good morning, sir. And yours truly, your back head secretariat, April J. T. Picasares. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Engineer April, for the reading of the attendance for this morning opening of bids under SVP for good and services dated December 2, 2025. So since the Bid and Awards Committee is quorum, so I call this opening of bids for good and services to order. So may I request Engineer April to open the box. For contract ID number JKK0008, replacement of the IPBABX or IP pole, server, switches, and other equipment damaged during the electric surge that occurred in the office, DPWH-MOFDEO, Purok 5, Barangay 26, Ingog City. Submitted by ACE1 IT Solution Incorporated. This will be evaluated by Sir Donel Baranda. For PR number 2025-10-349, dated October 16, 2025, Procurement of Courier Services to be used on various Communication of DPWH-MOFDEO. And PR number 2025-11-355, dated November 11, 2025, supply and delivery of consumable supplies and office supplies to be used at planning and design section and construction section. This will be evaluated by Engineer Pastor Banderas. For PR number 2025-11-358, dated November 14, 2025, supply and delivery of consumable supplies for Fuji Xerox C3060 to be used at supply unit, cash unit, maintenance section, planning and design section, RROW unit, construction section, public information unit, this office, procurement unit, and quality assurance section. And for PR number -11-400, dated November 14, 2025, supply and delivery of electrical supplies to be used for the Directive to accommodate personnel from PNP and AFP. This will be evaluated by the back chair. So, we will proceed now to the opening of the documents, the envelope A and envelope B, the technical and financial component.
Mr. Chair, may I ask if there's a representative from East, one IT Solution. Sir, please confirm if it is
For PR number 2025-11-400, supply and delivery of electrical supplies to be used for the directive to accommodate personnel from PNP and AFP. The bidders submitted all the required documents, technical documents, such as the project registration, mayor's permit, and the RFQ. So, the bidders involved electric trading submitted the project registration certificate valid until July 9, 2026. And also the bidder submitted also the mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. The tax clearance valid until March 7, 2026. And the bidders with the corresponding items with a total amount of the bidders also technical documents or component pass, as well as the financial component with a bid amount of 12,219 pesos only. 12,219 pesos only. The other one is in PR number 2025-11-400, submitted by Burns General Merchandise. Burns General Merchandise submitted the following documents, technical documents: the project registration, the mayor's business permit, and RFQ. So the bidder submitted the project registration certificate valid until November 21, 2025. So Words General Merchandise, for the information, your project registration certificate valid only until November 21, 2025. With this, also the mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. And tax clearance valid until January 17, 2026. So, Burns General Merchandise as to technical documents pass, as well as the financial documents with a bid amount of 14,115 pesos. 14,115 pesos only. So, sorry for the I thought November 2, December 2. So, Burns General Merchandise chip registration certificate is expired last July, November 21, 2025. So, the technical component failed. Burns General Merchandise. So, the same PR number 2025-11-400 submitted by New People's Hardware. New People's Hardware submitted technical documents, the purchase registration certificate, the mayor's business permit, and the RFQ. the Friendship Registration Certificate valid until April 9, 2026. And then the Mayor's Permit valid until December 31, 2025. And the tax clearance valid until March 4, 2026. Therefore, the new people's hardware as the technical component pass, as well as the financial component with their corresponding items. So with a bid amount of 12,958 pesos. I'll repeat, 12,958 pesos. Mr. Chair, for PR number 2025-10-349, Procurement of Courier Services to be used on various Communication of DPWH-MOFDEO, submitted by LBC Express Incorporated. The bidder, Mr. Chair, submitted a valid PGIPS registration, which is valid until June 27, 2026. A Mayor's business permit is also attached, Mr. Chair, valid until the end of this year, December 31, 2025. The bidder also, Mr. Chair, attached their tax clearance, which will expire this coming January 27, 2026. Therefore, Mr. Chair, as to completeness of documents submitted by LBC Express Incorporated, overall rating passed with a total amount of bid 48,670 pesos. For PR number, Mr. Chair, 2025-11-355, supply and delivery of consumable supplies and office supplies to be used at planning and design section and construction section. This time, Mr. Chair, submitted by Copy Data System Corporation. Copy Data System Corporation, Mr. Chair, attached the valid field jobs registration with a validity until February 6, 2026. Also attached, Mr. Chair, is the Mayor's business permit valid until the end of this year, December 31, 2025. Attached also, Mr. Chair, is the tax clearance valid until February 14, 2026. Omnibus loan statement, Mr. Chair, is also attached and was duly notarized by Attorney Romeo M. Monfort. Therefore, Mr. Chair, as to completeness of the documents submitted by Copy Data System Corporation, overall rating pass with a total amount of bid 978,750 pesos. That's all, Mr. Chair. For PR number 2025-11-358, supply and delivery of consumable supplies for Fuji Xerox 3060 to be used at supply unit, cash unit, maintenance section, Planning and Design Section, RROW Unit, Construction Section, DIU Unit, this Office, Procurement Unit, and Quality Assurance Section, submitted by Lasertech Courier Services with their corresponding technical documents submitted, the purchase registration certificate, valid until January 24, 2026, and the year's business permit, valid until December 31, 2025. And the tax clearance, valid until December 16, 2025. The bidders also submitted the omnibus warrant statement, signed and notarized by Attorney Margie Lostre Lumaan, last November 28, 2025. And the bidders also submitted the manufacturer certification that the bidder is an authorized dealer or partner. So, as to technical component, the bidder is Lasertech Courier Services, pass. And also with the financial component, the bidders also pass with their corresponding items with a bid amount of 976,721 pesos. I'll repeat, 976,721 pesos only.
Hello. Mr. Chair, for contract ID 25DKTA0008, replacement of the IP box IP code server features and other equipment damage during the electric installation of in the office, submitted by ACE1 IT Solution. As to the preliminary examination of the technical proposal, ACE1 IT Solution submitted valid registration certificate valid until July 5, 2026. The mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. Tax clearance valid until March 20, 2026. And the financial audited valid until updated on April 25, 2025. Also attach the segment of the ongoing and similar completed government and private contracts. The computation of NFCC on the related line of credit is also attached. The bid security submitted bid security declaration and authorized by Ramil D. Carrion. Also attached the segment of regarding completed contract. The technical specification proposal is also attached. The production delivery schedule, the manpower equipment, and the after sales of service parts all are attached. Also the omnibus warrant statement also attached. Thus to the preliminary examination of the technical proposal, overall rating pass. So, Mr. Chair, may proceed for the opening of the financial proposal. Mr. Chair, for Contract ID 25TKK-008, submitted by H1 IT Solution, as to the preliminary examination of the financial proposal. H1 IT Solution submitted the big form and the original duly signed and complete price schedule. So as to the financial proposal, H1 IT Solution operating cost with a bid amount of 4,991,240 pesos and 86 centavos. So I repeat, 4,991,240 pesos and 86 centavos. That's all.
So since the Bid and Awards Committee are all done in evaluating the both technical component and financial component, so may I request our Vice Secretariat Head to read the result bid as read.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, for today's meeting, open bids, December 2, 2025. So, for contract ID number 25JKK008, replacement of the PABX IV phone, server, switches, and other equipment damaged during the electric surge that occurred in the office. So for this contract ID number, we have a loan bidder Ace1 IT Solutions. And Ace1 IT Solutions passed the thorough examination of its technical proposals and the financial proposal with bid assured amount of 4,991,240 pesos and 86 centavos. And for SVP contracts, we have PO number 2025-10-349, Procurement of Courier Services to be used on various Communication of DPWH-MOFDEO. We have the loan bidder also, LBC Express Incorporated, and with bid assured amount of 48,670 pesos only. Next, for PO number 2025-11-355, supply and delivery of consumable supplies and office supplies to be used at planning and design section and construction section. Also, we have a loan bidder, Copy Data Systems Corporation. The loan bidder also passed the technical and financial proposals with bid assured amount of 978,750 pesos only. Next, for PO number 2025-11-358, supply and delivery of consumable supplies for Fuji Xerox C3060 to be used as supply unit, cash unit, maintenance section, planning and design section, RROW unit, construction section, public information unit, DS office, procurement unit, and quality assurance section. Also, we have a loan bidder, laser type courier services. And the loan bidder also passed the primary examination of its technical and financial components with bid assured amount of 976,721 pesos. And last for 2025-11-400, supply and delivery of electrical supplies to be used for the Directive to accommodate personnel from PNP and AFP. So for this PR number, we have three bidders, DEO Electric Trading, New People's Hardware, and Burns General Merchandise. So only two bidders passed the primary examination of its technical and financial proposal. And these are DEO Electric Trading and New People's Hardware. So for Burns General Merchandise failed due to expired project registration certificate valid until November 21, 2025. And for the bid assured amount, for DEO Electric Trading, 12,219 pesos only. And for New People's Hardware, 12,958 pesos only. And that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Craig, for the reading of the result for this opening of bids for SVP Goods and Services dated December 2, 2025. So since you have now the results, so for the information of the bidders, all your documents are subject for bid evaluation as to RE 12009 for section 61 and post qualification for section 63 of RA 12009. So any clarification or questions from the YouTube live viewers? None. From the bidders? Sir? None. So thank you for your presence. So any motion for the adjournment for this opening of bids for small value procurement for goods and services is dated December 2, 2025.
Mr. Chair, I move the adjournment of this opening of bids for the goods and services, December 2, 2025.
It has been moved and seconded for the adjournment of this opening of bids under SVP for goods and services dated December 2, 2025. So I will now declare this opening of bids for goods and services is adjourned. Thank you for watching YouTube live viewers, and thank you for the presence of our prospective bidders. Amen. So thank you everyone for the bid and awards coming.